This particular one is called Innocence Stolen. It received exceptional from authors on fanstory.com, and you can go there and read my work if you like. You don't have to pay to read it. It's free to read. And this one is hard for me to read because, but it's also therapy. And if you can't handle dark, then you might not want to listen to this. But it's my art, so, and it's my pain and my torture. Okay. Innocence Stolen. As a little thrown-away girl, I faced punishment from a cold, harsh world. As far back as I can recollect, I never was given respect. My innocence stolen, not my one nor two. Keep going, do not worry. It happened to me, not you. Shh, I'm ashamed to admit this to you, but it is my way of letting go of the pain that I went through. For you see, my mom was pulled up and my dad not around. I was considered white trash in that sleepy little town. My mom's different boyfriends were constantly in and out. Did Mom know what her men friends were doing to me? No doubt. She trusted them, or she would not have left them with me, would she? All but 13, some funny attention suddenly came from my mom, who was angry again. Mom screamed to me, "Get into the bathroom, you stupid little bitch, and answer some questions for me." Fear ran through my body as she grabbed me and shook, for she was so angry, and she would not let it be. I was petrified as she asked, "Have you bled this month?" I answered by shaking my head left to right, heart pounding and scared little runt. A few punches and scratches and spit in my face told repeatedly how I was a disgrace. What was she asking and why? I did not know what I was supposed to say. "Get dressed, you're going to the doctor." I thought in my head, wow, I'm not sick. Of course I obediently followed to the doctor's for a check. The doctor asked many questions, but still I had not a clue. Suddenly my mom reappeared in the room. "You're pregnant," the doctor said. At that moment a severe pain rushed through my head. It still did not register. Now what was that he said? I was young and innocent, 13 years old, and full of dread, bewildered with heart pounding, and unable to formulate words. In this place, and it was written all over my face. With a piercing, evil glare, Mom said, "You're getting rid of it." "Rid of what?" I asked. She looked at my tummy, and suddenly it came to me. A baby is inside of there. The doctor left out, and Mom called me a stupid little shit. I began to cry as they explained the procedure to me. I asked the doctor, "Is it going to hurt me?" Meanwhile, back at home, Mom reached out to my absentee dad to help out as she planned her scheme. Through a telephone call, make sure an appointment to take care of this problem. A week passes and my dad picks me up, and off we drive in his pickup truck. Yes, of course, he was drunk. The morning he came and we drove to that place, the place I will never forget. I did not know what was about to take place. I walked in with my head down and in disgrace, lonely and scared with my innocence stolen away. Protesters and hagglers were screaming at me and Dad. The whole time I was thinking, what the hell is it? What did I do? Had 3 minutes of counseling with Right for Lifers. That was mandatory. Strife in my life. They tried to explain what was living inside of me. Then swoosh, the nurse called my name. "You're up." So she takes me to the room of gloom. At that moment I would have rather been beaten with a broom. I undress and follow the prompts of the nurse, onto the slaughter bed and strapped in. Dr. Killjoy appeared. "Wait," I screamed. "See, they were supposed to put me to sleep." They did not. I remember it all. I was in both mental and physical pain and awake as I lay on my back. Animals were treated better. To them I was a brat. I was strapped down so I could not escape. My eyes wandered around the room as they did their job. I looked to the right and saw a huge jar with a vacuum hose attached. It sucked the baby right out of me as I lay innocently on my back. The pain was so bad. I cried and I asked how much longer. All I can remember the nurse saying was, "Hush, he has to get it all." I will never forget that sentence. That phrase and that vacuum had just woke me up to the fact that my baby had just died, seeing its little parts in that large jar. Now to this day I play that scene in my head with sadness and regret, for that was the day that I will never forget. And I'm not reading this poem to be for or not against abortion, because I was only 13 years old. I couldn't have handled a baby back then. But it's still painful, whether you keep it or not. It's painful. Anyway, thank you for listening.